Hi, I'm Soundschi and welcome to the Soundschi Land Show where everybody's upside down.
Every day is upside down day in Soundschi Land.
And if you have ever thought to yourself, I would actually love to be a dancer, I would love to do hand balancing or pole dance or whatever it is that your heart loves to do, please keep watching. I have a special guest for you. Her name is Unger. She's 55 years old and she started pole dancing 4 years ago and she is killing it. She's just about to prepare her first international competition. And I've seen her dance, it's just incredible. She's such an inspiration to me. And I find it fascinating that you decided to just do what you love in an age where most people just think about retirement. So please tell me how you came to the decision.
First of all, thanks very much for your sweet words, really. So sweet,
They are
thank
true.
you very much.
I mean, we're speaking the truth.
Well, actually, after my divorce, I thought now is the time to start my real life and live my dreams.
That's awesome.
That was how it went. And I had more time, my son was old already, I really could start dancing, so I started to do ballet directly after the divorce, and then I started doing tango, which I really liked a lot. I did that about a year very intensively. And then I discovered pole dance. And then I just tried it, and I thought I can remember the first class, I thought, well, I might be able to do it if I try and if I just go on. And yeah, then I just went on and I became addicted. And once I watched the national competition of Austria in Vienna, and I was in the audience and looked up and said to my friend sitting nearby, "Gosh, I'd like to do that, I'd like to be up there." And she said sort of, "Well, that's not too hard, and we're not so young anymore." And I can't remember her exact words, but it was like, "It's impossible." And I thought, and now I'm going to try it.
That is so awesome.
And I'd like to be up there. And why shouldn't I be up there if I work for it? And if I try hard, and if I have the passion, why shouldn't I be up there? And the next year, I was up on stage.
Oh my gosh. That is such a nice story.
Thanks a lot.
Wow. So, was it an easy step for you to start with pole? Because, I mean, dancing, there are many different levels, but pole is really hard. You really need a lot of strength. So, how was it for you?
It was awesome. It was, if you have the passion to do something, I don't think about it, if it's hard or if it's easy or if it's medium. I don't care. If I'm passionate about something, I just do it and I don't think very much, And I just started doing it very passionately and training a lot, too much.
How much do you train now?
Now, at the moment, I don't train so much. I train 2 to 3 times a week. And I can't do much more. I see I have to be careful.
That's interesting.
With my body, yeah. And I'm sure younger people can do more, and I'm sure I would have been able to do more when I was younger. Well, I started very late, yeah. And so I do 3 times a week, and 2 times very intensively because I have privates at the moment, because I'm sort of in the competition modus, so I have to really work hard. And normally, if I don't prepare choreography, I also train 2 to 3 times. I just realized, yeah. But I also do ballet 1 to 2 times a week, and I also do tango argentino, and I try to stretch once a week.
And we just started handbalancer.
Yes, exactly. Sorry.
It's been working.
Yeah, absolutely. But we just started shortly, so it wasn't in my total routine yet.
But that's incredible. So it means that you train about 6 days a week.
Yes,
is
that's
that
true.
right?
Yes, and if the pole stars in Vienna or somewhere else, I also do that. So sometimes, if there are pole star workshops, I even train more. So I have to be careful not to do too much.
Yeah, I know that problem.
The thing with me, I'm not too lazy, but I'm sort of sometimes doing
very
too much.
ambitious.
Yeah. Yes, I'm very ambitious. That's true.
Well, but that's the reason why you get to where you want, right?
I guess so.
Yeah. So tell us about this competition.
The coming competition, well, yes, it'll be in Zurich at the 7th and 8th of July. And I'm preparing a routine which is 3 minutes and 40 seconds, which is quite long. I'm going to be twice on the spinning pole and once on the static pole, doing larger spins and leaps. Yeah, and it's really hard for me. It's really...
Speaking of hard, I mean, it all sounds easy, right? When we talk about what we do and we have these visions and training is fun, but a lot of times it's not fun. A lot of times it's just plain hard and sweat and tears. So tell us about that. How do you manage training days that aren't going so well or injuries? Have you had any of those?
Well, yes, after several months at the beginning of doing pole dance, I had real problems with my shoulder, and I had to have surgery on the left shoulder, and that was really hard for me because the doctor said I shouldn't do anything half a year, and I thought,
so he told you to stop completely for half a year?
Several physicians said, pole dance at your age, why do you do that? You're much too old, yeah? And I thought, well, you have no idea.
It's like we live in the 18th century.
Yes, exactly. So,
yeah.
And this, the professor who did my surgery, he said I have to really be careful half a year, not do anything. Well, I didn't do anything for a quarter of a year. He said I'm allowed to do walking. I find walking very boring, thanks. And I didn't do any boring, and I didn't do anything. Yeah. And then after a quarter of a year, I started to do ballet again because I thought, okay, I don't need my arms so much, and I'll start slowly. It was like hell. It was really terrible. Everything hurt. I was sweating. I couldn't do anything what I did before. It was really, really hard.
You mean just because of the physical throwback?
Yes. Yes. And then I started, well, that was really hard also with the arm because it still hurt. And after about 5.5 months, I started doing pole again. It was very hard too because I only had one arm and the other arm still hurt. Yeah, the shoulder hurt, and I began training the arm again, and it was not easy. And now I'm fitter again.
I can definitely see that. Her handstands are awesome, by the way. It's incredible. We had 2 sessions only, but you're very close to the freestanding.
And this doing my routine is really hard for me because I sort of have several phases, and the last phase of my pole routine is sort of just überleben, just surviving. Yeah, And then after my routine, I lie on the floor, sort of trying not to suffocate you. And you know, if I hadn't my wonderful trainer, I wouldn't do it.
What's her name? Tell us.
Mona Abinger. She's one of the best in Austria. She was the best Profi, the best professional pole dancer in Austria for several years, and she's a wonderful trainer. She also trains in Europe, and she's so positive, and she glaubt an mich. She believes in you. She absolutely believes in me, which is so nice. And she has the right mixture of saying, so Christine, now do it, and oh yes, you'll see, you'll be able to do it. So it's lovely to work with her. And for instance, yesterday was a really hard day for me. Before that I had 3 days of doing nothing, and I thought, well, I'll be super this time, and I'll be able to do everything, and we'll be able to do a video of my routine. And it was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. And I was near to crying, because I really was, it was bad in my eyes. And she was just sweet, and she had a lot of patience, and she said, well, you'll see, the other times it'll be better again, don't worry, you'll do it. So I hope it'll be that way. I hope it'll be better.
I'm really curious about how it's going to go in July for you.
Thanks.
You definitely have to keep us posted.
Yes, thanks.
So another question I have, because I know that many people, especially women, think they have to take care of everybody in their environment. You know, they take responsibility for the family and in their jobs, and they put a lot of weight on their backs. So how was it for you to kind of just be, I don't want to say egoistic, because it's not egoistic, but have the self empowerment to follow your dream? How did your environment react to that?
It reacted differently. For instance, my son was sort of cautious. At that time he was in England at a boarding school in England, and he sort of said Mother, please don't post, don't your profile picture, could you please change that? I don't want a pole picture, because my mates are making fun of me, and because you're doing pole dance. That was it. So I changed that. But
you did?
Yes, I did, but just because it was my son. And because I knew, okay, he's far away, and he needs his friends, and it's important that he has friends and that they don't make fun of him. But that's the only point. The only point. Otherwise, I didn't care. I was so passionate about my pole dancing that I thought, okay, you'll see later on how I get on, and I didn't mind it. I was really strong in my inner self, sort of, that nobody really dared to say stupid things to me.
That's
and
very good.
And if they would have said stupid things, I would have told them, I would have discussed things with them. And then they would have been sort of, they would have stopped, I think.
So for you, if I understand it right, it was just about being yourself, staying in your center.
Absolutely.
But be open to communicate with everybody and help
absolutely.
everybody else deal with their problems.
Yes, absolutely. And actually, it's none of their business, is it?
Exactly.
So, I mean, if it's my passion, and that's my message, if you're passionate about something, just do it. Just do it, don't care. Just do it. And you'll have the energy, and you'll have good you'll have good vibes, and you'll be provided. You'll be provided with everything if it's really your thing, if it's your dream.
That is so beautiful. And I think that's the reason why you inspire so many people. I remember when we met in the ballet class, We actually met in a ballet class
Yeah.
about 3 years ago, maybe?
I think it's long.
Yeah, a long time ago.
A long time ago, yeah.
But I remember everybody being inspired by you.
Really?
Oh yeah. And I thought, wow, this is amazing, and I want to be like you when I'm older.
It's so sweet, thank you. That's
Because
so sweet, really.
you know that even I had the thoughts of, I'm too old when I was
Really?
18. Yeah, it's ridiculous. But that's also my story. So
It's incredible.
and these thoughts of disbelief and just seeing somebody who is doing it and succeeding at it, it's worth gold, because it gives you energy, it gives you drive, and it's just the best thing you can do for the world, I think. So
Yeah, I think if you're really passionate about something, you're never too old. You can always start, you can always work on it, and it's never too late.
Absolutely.
It's never too late, because then you also have the Ausstrahlung. The people understand you. If you really do it passionately, it doesn't look as stupid as it would if you wouldn't be passionate.
exactly. Yeah.
Because the heart is with it, you
Yeah,
see? So, yeah, just keep it up and never give up, never give up. Even if there are times like me yesterday where I thought, oh God, it's so terrible. Will I ever be able to do this routine? Just go on. And I also knew that yesterday that it wouldn't be a problem, yeah?
Yeah.
I know I'm going to do this. I'm just going to do it.
It's just about doing it,
yes,
no matter what.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Christine. Really thankful to have you here on the show.
Thanks very much too.
And your message to everybody out there is worth gold.
Thank you very much. Really nice.
You're welcome. So thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, please like and share it. If you want more tips, tricks, and more inspiration for your hand balancing, come on over to handstanddiary.com. And just remember to keep your life playful, because it's your playground. And so go on, just do whatever you love. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.